a team from Old Pejeta Conservancy has come to a neighboring game ranch to join what could be the largest mass capture of animals in Kenya's history. 3,000 animals have to be moved immediately from land where refugees are about to be resettled. The team has just 7 days to rescue as many animals as possible, including an extremely endangered subspecies of hartebeest.
Every single animal counts that we're taking out of here.
Game capture is difficult and unpredictable.
I think it's about 9-0 at the moment.
It's just another busy week in the life of a Kenyan game reserve. In the African wilderness, time has always passed slowly, rarely changing its cadence for anything. But in Kenya, a sense of urgency has emerged for the staff at Old Pejeta, one of East Africa's largest private wildlife reserves. A section of the Solio Game Ranch near Old Pejeta has been sold. That piece of land will be used to resettle refugees displaced by election violence that has rocked Kenya. Endangered or not, Kenya has a mandate to protect all of its wildlife, and so the animals that have roamed freely here for centuries will now have to be physically moved, or they will be poached for food by the refugees. With only a week to organize and another 7 days to pull it off, Wildlife and Security Supervisor Bastian Craig has brought a capture team from Old Pejeta to join those from the Kenyan Wildlife Service and Lewa Wildlife Conservancy. Their main focus will be an extremely rare subspecies of hartebeest.
This area is for resettlement, and that's happening Thursday next week. So we've literally got a week to get as much off here as possible in that time. Currently, I think the population of hartebeest stands for this subspecies at about 1,200, of which we're sitting with 500 on this bit of land that we're trying to move. So, every single animal counts that we're taking out of here. It's a sad situation. We're going to have to leave zebra. There's probably 700 zebra here. There's a couple of hundred impala.
In order to do this, a 60-man team will use a mass capture system. A helicopter will chase or herd the animals into a large funnel. Then a series of curtains will be pulled shut, trapping the animals. From there, they will be trucked to various wildlife reserves. Working alongside Bastian are two senior vets from the Kenyan Wildlife Service, Isaac Lekalal and Stephen Chege.
It's the first morning, everyone's very nervous about how it's going to go. A lot of these guys haven't done this, haven't seen it work, so it's expectations. Our job is literally close this curtain as quickly as possible. I'll have a couple of radios. I'll be talking to the helicopter, so we'll know how many animals are coming in each group, and that I'll relay through down to everybody. So each curtain from there counts the animals that come past their curtain. As soon as if it's 14 animals, curtain 2 sees 14 animals come past, they close.
The responsibility of getting the animals to the trap falls to helicopter pilot and legendary wildlife filmmaker Alan Root.
You've got to be very slow to start with, not get them running too fast. They reckon about a mile is the most they like to operate. We're working 2 miles minimum.
Alan has traded in his camera for a helicopter and now spends most of his time working in conservation. His job here is a difficult one, and he has a steep learning curve. This will not only be the first time Alan has herded wildlife with his helicopter, but the first time anyone has herded hartebeest. And there's another complication. This particular capture system is not portable. That means that the animals have to be pushed to it. In this case, they have to be herded over distances of up to 7 kilometers. That's way beyond the textbook rules for game capture. At the capture site, everyone is in position. Now they wait for the helicopter's arrival. Back on the plains, the group of hartebeests that Alan is herding now numbers 25. Just as they near the trap, the dominant male balks, and the group splits in two. One group heads directly in. Alan turns to focus on the other. This is dangerous flying. The Solio Game Reserve is at an altitude of nearly 8,000 feet where the air is thin, pushing the helicopter to its limits. They clear the first and second curtain and head for number 3. The second group follows in, and the final curtain closes.
No, very well. That was very good. The first trip, it took actually 10 minutes.
That was better than we could have expected, to be honest with you. That's 25 in that load.
From here, this group of hartebeests will be transported to Old Pejeta, which is about an hour and a half away by truck. Back at the capture site, the team resets the curtains and gets ready for another group of animals. Alan is already driving a small group toward the trap. Once again, things go smoothly. The animals caught between curtains have to be carried in by hand. Each and every hartebeest is key to the survival of the species, and one less that will be killed to supply the bushmeat trade. The first morning has gone well, but it won't stay that way. A team from Old Pejeta has joined what could be one of the largest mass capture of wild animals in Kenya's history. A section of the Solio Game Reserve will be cleared of wildlife in order to resettle refugees displaced by election violence. After a successful first morning, things are getting challenging for helicopter pilot Alan Root.
One of the big problems with moving them is that they're territorial, and when you have a group of females, they'll have a male with them. And as you move them out of his territory, he wants to go home, and so he breaks away and goes back, and they always try and follow, so you have to let him go, keep driving your herd, but then they go into the neighboring territory, and that male joins them, and you have the same problem again. And over a couple of miles, this can happen 4 or 5 times.
Again, one of the males is causing problems. In the larger picture, the females who can breed are the important animals. Unfortunately for this male, he will be left behind and will likely end up in one of the refugees' cooking pots. With the male heading back, he shifts his focus to the females. It's a small group, but every animal counts.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
But as they reach the trap, the hartebeests turn and head away.
Bastards!
The next attempt goes the same way.
I do not believe this.
Really don't want to go, do they?
Nope.
Go a long way away and just start bringing from there slowly to help you rather than be anywhere near.
After several more failed attempts, Batchin and the capture team figure that something is spooking the animals.
I'll let them know. Okay, these animals are getting to a certain place. It's been going amazingly well up until now. And suddenly they're all just turning. There's something here that's spooking them. It's most likely to be a person, probably from the community, that's got excited, wants to come and look at the helicopter. But it's throwing a proper spanner in the works for us, because he's turned about 30 animals now. You know, these animals, once they're just so sensitive to any little change, you know, they're already being stressed out by the helicopter. And they suddenly pick up the scent of somebody that's enough to make them bombshell.
Sure enough, the rangers find a villager who has come to watch the helicopter. At $900 an hour for the chopper, each missed attempt is not only costly for the operation, but dooms the animal. Once an animal breaks away, it's no longer frightened by the helicopter and can't be herded again. But by late afternoon, the situation has gotten even worse. The operation has become a tourist attraction for local school kids. It's an unworkable situation for the capture team. With 78 animals caught, the team calls it a day. The following day, nature throws another problem in the way of the capture team.
Okay, typical. It always happens with capture. You don't get exactly what you want straight away. Wind's done a 180, and as soon as you got the wind going through the trap the wrong way, you're never going to get the animals into it. So we decided to put a second trap up. It's going to work well for us. So we've got 2 traps running essentially. The last trap took us 3 days. This trap's going to take us 12 hours, whether we like it or not, and we've still got to start at 6:30 tomorrow morning.
On day 3 of the 7-day operation, the team wakes to find that the wind has shifted, bringing with it heavy rains.
You know, the problem is, look behind us, there's a hell of a lot of rain there. I don't think we're going to get this lorry out.
Sawa sawa, tufanye mpango ya haraka. We can call it off right now, and then we can discuss what to do next.
The rain isn't a problem for the helicopter or the capture teams. It's the trucks that are vulnerable. The 5-ton lorries easily get stuck in the mud. If the trucks are full, any animals in them will be at the mercy of the weather. They would need to eat and drink, and therefore would have to be released. All the team can do is wait. With only 7 hartebeests caught in the last 2 days, and only 4 days to go, the pressure intensifies. It's day 4 of a week-long mass wildlife rescue. The capture team has limited time to get as many animals off a section of land that will be used to resettle refugees. there are 3,000 animals, including one of the rarest and most endangered animals on the planet, a subspecies of hartebeest. After 2 frustrating days where only 7 animals were captured, the plans are once again brought to a standstill because of the rain.
Lori, nakuja paka ile miti ya mwisho hii. Yeah. You know, it's too wet this morning to be catching in the mass capture trap. So just so we don't lose time, we're going to go and try and do some net capture just for Tommy. And if we can get some hartebeest in, that's an added bonus.
Tommy is the nickname for the Thompson gazelle, a small antelope that can be caught in smaller, more mobile nets.
Yeah, we don't want the morale to go down when it's too early. So we have to be very flexible. And today we are thinking of doing the Tommies. Tommies are quite easy, not very easy, but at least we can grab them, use land cruisers, and take them to the lorry. Because the main challenge actually we're having today is the mud. It's quite, the vehicles are getting stuck, so we need to be very careful about that.
There are approximately 1,000 Thompson gazelle on the section of land.
Essentially, you look at it as like a fishbowl. So we've got our main wing going all the way around, and then inside actual drop nets. So when those essentially, when the animal hits it, the net should collapse with them and entangle them. Although they're going at a hell of a speed, it doesn't do much damage to them. We'll use 4 vehicles to just sort of shepherd the Tommy in from there. 2 on either wing, and then 2 coming down the middle. Once we start getting them closer to the trap, we start pushing them quicker and quicker and quicker, so they're actually running when they hit the trap. As soon as that happens, we'll drive the vehicles literally right into the middle of the trap, and then we can start catching from there.
Yeah, so what we'll go like single file.
Yeah.
You'll lead you'll be in front, then Corey can follow you.
Okay.
Dixon will follow the other, then I'll follow.
Okay. Yeah, there's some up here between the zebra. So keep coming. You just come straight.
The team sets its sights on a group of about 300 gazelles.
Okay, Isaac, be up. We got one. I think it's about 9-0 at the moment, or 9-1. It's probably more like 300 to 1, I think.
After a less than stunning success with the Thompson gazelle, the team decides to turn their attention back to the hartebeest. Alan and his helicopter are called back in.
The group to your left or to your right?
A group to my left.
Okay, help it up on the right. Dixon.
Alan begins pushing in a large group. No one has ever tried to capture hartebeest with this type of net before. The vehicles will be used during the last 500 meters to close off the animal's flanks, hopefully preventing them from turning back.
Do they want to keep going this way?
Yeah.
For the final 500 meters, the vehicles join the chase.
Okay, Alan, try and do them on the left-hand side there, on the left-hand side. Perfect, well done. Stop right there, yeah.
The herd hits the net.
They're out. They've got over the top.
Batian's car moves to cut off the animals that have turned back.
What a bloody shame, we only got a third of them.
The truck backs in. To make it easier, the animals are first loaded onto a pickup truck and from there are loaded into the lorry. The guys have to be extremely careful. One good kick from the animal can shatter a bone.
That was an amazing success, to be honest. Next time, twice as many, I hope.
In order to monitor these animals after their release, they are individually tagged for ID purposes.
No, we are just putting a near notch for ID purposes. We also want to get a tissue sample for genetic analysis for this species.
You know, we've color-coded adults and sub-adults and calves, just for monitoring afterwards once we've released them. So red is for adults, orange sub-adults, and yellow for calves.
Since only one Thompson gazelle was caught, it's too expensive to send him alone in the truck for relocation. So permission is given to release him inside the protected part of Solio Game Reserve. Over the next 3 days, the capture team's luck turns for the better. Working day and night, using both the nets and the mass capture system, they are able to rescue a variety of animals, including 140 zebra, 15 impala. Most encouraging, they also catch and relocate 248 endangered hartebeests. 146 of them go with Bachin back to old Pejeta.
You know, the biggest challenges with the whole capture is, one, we were on borrowed time. We had to get everybody together, get their equipment together, get over there and do the capture. That was our single biggest challenge. Just goes back to teamwork. You've got the right people on the ground doing the right thing. You're going to have success at the end of the day.